In previous program, we saw how to use a structure variable and access the members of a structure variable. Now we'll see how array of structures will be created. There is nothing but previously we took one student variable. Okay, the student variable, one student information, it was keeping it. Now our aim is to create a n number of student information. Okay, so how we will declare the array first? That is nothing but previously already we studied, that is always data type will be there, then variable name. In square bracket you will mention the constant fixed size will be there. Okay, that is some numeric value, integer value, will write it. So that is like that we will declare the array. So here also for structure also we will declare in the same way, but here data type is nothing but struct keyword then tag name, that is a structure name whatever we given, then variable name in bracket will write, in square bracket will write size of the array. So for example here we return struct student yes square bracket 50. So here yes is the name of the array. Okay, so and we given as a 50, so it can hold up to 50 students information. Okay, now we'll see an example how to use the array of structure. So that is previous program we took the student information, that is roll number, name and marks for a structure, that is for a one student we took it. Now instead of for one student we'll ask user to enter a n number of students, then those things will store in array of structure, then we'll display that one. Okay, so here program starts with hash include stdio.h, then after that whatever we return, that is a structure definition main function. So whatever structure declaration definition we return, for that we're creating a array. So array name I given as a yes. So yes of 50, that yes of 50 is nothing but we're saying as a 50 students information can be kept, that is nothing but 50 students roll number, name and marks we can keep it. So here now what we're doing is first we're asking user to enter the number of students information. So here we return one printf statement, it will ask user how many students information he want to give. So in scanf, so that number will read it in variable n. So after that whatever for loop is there, this for loop will run from index 0 to n minus 1, that is total n number of students information it will take it. So how we'll read it here? So that is nothing but yes of yes dot roll number we use it for whenever we declared for one variable. Now this yes is nothing but a array, so what we have to do is yes of index I we have to give, that is nothing but yes of 0th element roll number. So that is it will read first student's information. So that is s of 0 dot roll number, s of 0 dot name, s of 0 dot marks. So it will read one student's information. So in first iteration of the for loop, like that it will read up to n students information. So it will store all the information in that array of structure. Then after that we have here printf statement, that is whatever we received from the user that will display it. So student details we are giving one printf statement, below that for loop that will display the all student information whatever we received. So same thing here also, while displaying also we will use yes of I dot roll number. Okay, so yes of I dot name, s of I dot marks. So it will display individually one student's roll number, name and marks. Like that this for loop will run for n number of iterations, so it will display totally all n students information. Let us see how output will look like. So first printf statement, that is enter the number of students, it will display and it will wait in scanf. So here I am entering as a 2, so I am entering 2 students information, that is it will ask in a for loop first iteration. Okay, that is enter student roll number, name and marks. So I am giving roll number as a 1, name as a Peter, then marks as a 90. Okay, then second iteration of the loop, it will ask for second student information. So there I am giving roll number as a 2, mark as a student name, then 40. So two student information we entered, that is user entered. Now whatever we received from the user, that will display it. So before displaying, just here this printf statement, whatever it was there, that was displaying student details. So it will display, so first student detail, that is roll number 1, name of the student Peter, marks of that student 90. So like that, how many student information will take it, those will display it. So here I am taking information of two students only, so it will display two students information. Let us move ahead with new topic, that is arrays inside structures. It's nothing but array within a structure will declare it. So just now whatever we saw, that is nothing but array of structures we saw, that is for a structure array elements we created. Now array elements are stored inside a structure. Okay, so for example here syntax will be, so if you saw data type 2 we're defining as a double r var, in bracket we are giving the size, that is nothing but array variable name we are giving, then size we are giving. So whenever we are declaring a data member, so that time that member will declare as a array. So that is nothing but array within a inside a structure. Okay, so let's take one example. Okay, so here struct student open bracket and before close bracket, so we are given three data members, that is roll number, name, and previously we given only marks. Okay, now we are giving subject marks. Now we are considering is that there are 5 subjects for a student, so 5 subjects we made as a subject marks as a one variable name of array. And here name also, it's nothing but a array only, that is also a string, so that is nothing but a array of characters. Previously also we studied it, but now in detail we are studying under this heading. Okay, let us write one program for this. So here we'll take one program, that is we'll read a student information, that is nothing but roll number will read it, name will read it, and a student have 5 subjects, that 5 subject marks will read inside a array, and will display the average of that marks. Overall 5 subject marks average will display it. So how we'll write the program is hash include stdio.h, and while defining a structure definition, here just we are modifying the last element, that is float subject marks. Okay, so 5 subjects we are considering, so we will give array size as a 5. So now we'll see how to write a main function. See here, if you see first line, that is it says that is the declaration of structure variable, that is we are declaring as a struct student s1. If you saw in program definition, we have a would read a single student information. Okay, so here we're declaring just one variable of structure s1. Then the program we are reading as a roll number, name, then one student's 5 subject marks. So here we'll write one printf statement starting, that is it will read, it will display to enter student roll number and name. So we'll read as a s1 dot roll number, s1 dot name. Okay, then we would read 5 subject marks. So here we'll use one loop. Okay, so that loop starts with I equal to 0 to I less than 5, that is total 5 iterations, 0 to 4. Okay, so here in a scanf we are reading subject marks, that is s1 dot sub marks, that is a whatever we defined inside a whatever we defined this submarks field. Okay, so here since this is array, so we'll use index for this one. Okay, that is s1 dot submarks index, that is I were using it. So 0th index, first index, second index, like that up to 4th index, it will read the total 5 subject marks. Okay, and this program were to display the actually name and average of a student, average marks name and average marks of a student, we have to display it. So here, while reading itself, what we are doing is we are keep on adding inside a one variable. That variable will say as a sum. Okay, and we declare that variable as a float type, and we initialize that one with value 0. If we are not initialized with 0, what will happen? By default it will be having garbage value. Okay, so to avoid that one, so we'll initialize with 0. So here in a for loop we are reading 5 marks of a single student, then we keep on adding it. After this loop, we are identifying the average, that is avg equal to sum divided by 5. So we'll get the average. So now we are displaying in a printf statement, okay, name of the student followed by average marks of the student occurred, that is whatever average variable is there, that will display it. Okay, let's see how output will look like. So here, suppose first statement, that is first statement, first printf statement, that is enter the student roll number and marks. Okay, so this one, it will come here in output, enter the student roll number and marks. So user will give roll number, suppose 101, and Peter is a name. Then second printf statement, it will say as a enter the student marks for 5 subjects. So there 5 times we were in a for loop we are reading it. Okay, so here 5 elements it will read, that is 81, 82, 83, 84, 85 we entered. So after this for loop, so it will calculate the average and will display the result. Okay, so here displaying the result. That result is student name is Peter, average marks is 83, that is addition of 81 to 85 divided by 5, 83 will get the result.